Good morning. I woke up a little after 2 o'clock, and it's really funny because we were talking about last night about who gets up the earliest. Uh, but I had a dream that I won't go into the details of the whole dream because most of it was just for me. It wasn't for me to share. But there was something that I was kind of wrestling with. And in this dream, I get this. I never would have wore this in public. It was like some really weird outfit with all kinds of colors. It had like orange and brown and white. But anyway, the white shirt. Someone came alongside me and like put a huge stain on my shirt, and then they left, and my friends that were there were trying to help me, and there were a couple people there that were trying to help me, and it was so weird how they covered up the stain on my shirt. And I'm like, Miss Marcella was there, and Sue Sherry, I haven't seen her in so long, but I've been praying for her, so I don't know if that's why she was in there with me. But Sue told me that it's okay that I could just change. And I told her that, but then we wouldn't be matching. We were wearing the same colors. I don't know what that was about. I'll just still have to pray on that and ask the Lord. But the thing that stuck out the most was that there was a stain and that my friends were covering it up. And so immediately, like whenever I get up, like I just, grateful for another day. Yes, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Why am I so consumed with this? And then so I'm taking it to the Lord, and I'm like, I think about the crimson stains, that he's washed white as snow. And I'm like, and then I'm thinking that it wasn't a stain that I put on there. It was a stain that a friend put on there, and then they just left. And I'm like, God, what is going on? And so I just keep being brought back to the verse, love covers a multitude of sin. And I was kind of wrestling with this because I was like, but God, I didn't put the stain there. Like, the stain didn't come from something I did. Like, why, like, my friends weren't covering the stains that I put there. They weren't covering up the sins that I put there. And then the way that it was revealed to me was that people have put things on me that are not mine to carry, that people have said and done things that aren't reality. And they're trying to they're trying to force me to wear things that is, they're trying to force me to wear things that are not mine to carry. They're not my sins, and they're trying to like put these things on me. And so in saying that, like the conversation with the Lord, the Holy Spirit kind of dropped in my spirit. Love covers a multitude of sin, but not at the expense of another. And it is so true, because love does. Love covers a multitude of sins. Jesus is love. Jesus came and died for every sin that we'd ever commit. But sin compounded on sin, and sinning to cover up one sin by placing someone else in a position, like lying on someone. We're not supposed to do that. The devil is the father of lies. And so making someone out to be something that they're not, just because we're trying to cover something or someone else up. Sometimes like whenever you're trying to get a stain out, you accidentally make a bigger stain, and that's just reality, and same is true in our regular everyday lives, I'm sure as a kid, I literally, there were a couple times that, whenever I was really young, like whenever you get in trouble, you try to say, no, it wasn't me, it was my brother or my sister. And then come to find out your brother or sister wasn't even there. And then you have to, if you tell a lie, you're going to have to keep telling lies in order to cover up the lies. And then you have to remember the lies. So I say all of that to say this, that there will be people that will love you enough to get you free from the bondage, but there are others that will come along beside you and tighten the chains on you and add another. So love covers a multitude of sins, and there will be people that will love you enough to cover you, to help you to get free from that sin. Love covering it means that they're not condemning you, they're not shaming you. They're literally trying to help you see the right way to handle a situation, to deal with something, how to take those things to God and trust God, because we're not supposed to take every problem we have to a human being to fix every single problem. Do we need people to talk things out with? Yes. The Bible is very serious whenever it tells us, that there's wisdom in consulting multiple counselors. But we also have to be wise that we're not going to people that think that they have every answer for us. Because in doing that, what can happen is it can cripple our relationship with Jesus, because now we're going to this person instead of going to Jesus. And we're not building that relationship with Jesus where we go to him first. And I think that's really important. And then saying that there are others that will come along beside you and tighten the chains on you and add another. So in doing this, a lot of times, I really don't believe people realize they're doing this, but whenever we cover up someone's sin to keep it covered and allowing them to walk in sin, we're not loving them. Allowing people to walk around in sin and just covering it up and just letting them do it, that is not love. That is not love. And I want to share with you how. So love won't allow you to wallow in sin. Love wants you free from bondage. What is sin? Sin literally keeps you bound. It keeps you bound to your past. It keeps you bound to problems. We need to be working on solutions. So love wants you free from your sinful lifestyle because it separates you from Jesus. Our sin separates us from God. Whether we want to believe it or not, it does. And Jesus is love. Jesus. If Jesus wouldn't allow it, then we should not allow it. We should not allow it. If Jesus wouldn't do it, we should have nothing to do with it. So, yes, Jesus ate with tax collectors, but he did not sit beside people who were actively abusing people as they were abusing people. He was not standing beside people in a courtroom where they were lying, allowing them to lie. Like we have to make this make sense. So love covering a multitude of sins, yes, 100,000%. We're all human. We're all gonna mess up. We're all gonna need someone who covers us, which means that they love us enough to walk with us through the mess a lot of times that we create, but to help us to walk through it with grace and mercy, with Jesus, and I just thought that was a beautiful reminder that we all need, because we all have someone we love. We have people that we love, and we want to help them. And the best way that we can help them is to take them to Jesus. I hope this helps. I love you. Bye.